So, I got this a while ago from a good friend, and when I got it, he came with some parts, something else, and he actually got it used as well. And then I went to load it up with the parts. I found out that it kept falling over, and then I looked on the back and realized it's missing the tab on this side. Now, there's a lot of ways to reproduce this tab, and I could mold this side and make it, or get some two-part putty and put it in there. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to use a 3D pen to see how it would work. And I've used it to fix things for my wife, but I haven't really used it too much for fixing a whole lot of things. I mean, I did use it on this slime guy in order to fix his shoulder right here with some more glow-in-the-dark filler right here. Oops, I guess you can't see it too well. But this will be my first time actually trying it on something like this. Now, I was debating what color to use, and I did have a red filament. I don't have it in here anymore, but I didn't have an orange. I went online and started looking for orange, and kind of find out that a lot of their oranges are pretty bright, and it wouldn't really work too well to just use the orange that way. So I decided to go with black, and I'm not going to paint it, because I figure black's not that intrusive, and being it's on the back side, it won't be that noticeable. Now, what I have down here on the thing is actually, this is actually for a 3D printer to put on the bottom, and it's made for oh, I forgot what. Oh, it's made for well, it says PLA, but I actually got it for a different kind of material that I was going to use it for. But anyway, it's way too small for my printer, so I just use it for when I'm doing stuff like this. So that's what I have this for. All right, let's see who's online and who's joined me. Let's see, we got ZD, no, ZCD99. Well, it's like an eye test. All right, he says he's doing pretty good. Adrian says, how's everybody? And going good. Just got my Mythic Legends Moss Man. He's a great figure. Comedy in the Pools joined us. Hey, thanks for joining us. All right, so let's go ahead and get this pen working. Now, I actually got this from the craft store. I probably should put a link to it in the description. I put a link to the guy I bought a bunch of these weapons from in the description, because I was missing this one thing right here. And to buy just this alone was just a little bit more to buy a whole bunch of weapons. So I went ahead and just bought the bunch this guy had, because other people had just the spear for sale for a lot of money. So what I have here is I have a external charger, and I plug this in, push the button to light it up. There we go. And now at the end of this, I have my 3D pen. Now I'm going to go ahead and feed in my black FDM into it, and then I'm going to make sure this is up to I guess I'll leave it at 220. That'll probably work pretty good. Now, usually you'd have it at a lower temperature than that, but I want it high enough that it is going to actually melt it really good. So we'll see how this works. So once I push this arrow up, it will start to heat up. And you can see it heats up pretty quick. There it goes. Hey, Kirk, thanks for joining us. Is that a whiplash weapon? Oops. I'm not sure, man. All right, so it's heating up, heating up. Once it gets to 220, I can start feeding it in. Almost there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab a paper towel, because it's going to make a mess if I don't have somewhere to squirt this stuff into when it comes out. Let me just start the feeding process so it stays in there a little bit. And let me go grab some paper towels. Hopefully it won't fall and burn my rug. All right, I got my paper towels. Let's just go ahead and now this right here controls how fast it speeds in and out for the feed rate. and I like it to be as fast as possible. I'll show you the difference. You can hear it. See, there's slow, then there's fast. Slow, fast. All right. So let's go ahead and get this fed through. And then once it goes through, you will see the black come out of the nose here. Last time I used it, I used red. Actually, last time I used glow in the dark, I thought. That's funny. Let's just had some red left in there. Oh, I know. I used red for something. I forgot what I used it for. And there we go. Now we got the black. Now that is actually a little too hot. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Let's just put it at 205. It's probably a better temperature. There we go. So that was just smoking. We do not want our plastic to be smoking. So basically this is like a handheld 3D printer. Instead of the arm moving it around, I actually control and move it around. So it's very similar to a 3D printer. Now I have this so I can make a nice base for it. So I'm going to first just kind of lay down a bead right here on here. And I'm going to lay a whole bunch on the inside here, just so there's something to hang on to. So you want to make sure that it has a good amount of stuff to hang on to when we're doing this. There we go. All right, so now that I have that formed, I'm now going to go ahead and start forming the base for this. And basically I'm just going to work it on up and work it down and work it back up and work it down and just make a nice globular cluster of this all over, so that way it has something for it to stand on its own. Now, I know I could do this a lot of other stuff, putties or two-part epoxies or anything else, but I like this because it's quick. It gets it done. It gets the job done quick. It's fast and to the point. You don't kind of monkey around a lot of stuff. When it starts to cool, you can actually kind of form it a little bit, so you can make it the shape you want it to be. So right now it's still really hot, but it's still malleable. So there we go. Now let's let it cool for a little bit. Ooh. And then we'll pull it off there once it cools down. In the meanwhile, when you're done with it, you want to remove this. So you just use the back button here. The two buttons are forward and back. And let's go ahead and remove this black out of here. It's a really slow process. It's tempting just to yank it out of there. There we go. Oh. All right. Now let's just unplug it and so it can cool down. One last wipe on the nose. And this stuff cools pretty quick. Like I said, I was planning on maybe using white and painting it, or using red and trying to paint it, but I thought, you know what, I could just leave it black. It won't even be visible in the castle because you're going to have it pushed against the wall anyway. So this is just about cooled down. It does cool down pretty quick. So let me set this aside somewhere so it won't ruin anything if it does end up touching something. There we go. All right, so get your comments while it's finishing cooling. I got the Origins Trap Jaw for 20 bucks. Opens, there's, well, the last time. Nice. That long axe doesn't come with any figure, just like the gun. Yes. All right. So let's see. Hopefully it doesn't break off of the plastic. There we go. And now it's a whole lot more stable. It won't keep falling over as much because I can lean it way back before it actually. Oh, that's the tipping point right there. But a lot better than it was, because before it was just falling over every time I tried to use it. And now I got a nice flat surface. It's kind of wide and it's kind of gooped on there. And that will do the trick. Hey, my light died. Dead light. Let's use number 2. Hopefully it's charged. There we go. Now you guys can see my crazy job that I did with it. Beautiful? No. Functional? Yeah. All right, so with that, let's take a look and find out how the weapons rack should be stacked. Stack that rack. Okay, let's see. Let's open up Chrome. And Castle Grayskull weapons rack. All right, and let's see if somebody has it packed out the way it should look. I think the last time I found a good picture of one that was an official release. Images, there we go. That one looks pretty good, but that's not the official release. Oh well, we'll just jam on the way we want. What the heck. We got all the weapons now as I checked it. I don't really see the way that it really, someone's actually, I can't actually find the official one anymore, so we'll just go with it. All right, so let's just forget trying to find one. And, well, we know the shield goes here, so that's a given. It's funny, I always try to find this little spot right here where it was mismade in the mold. And if you rotate it towards that, almost all shields have that little bump because it comes with that little pieces to break it out of the like a model. And so it's kind of funny. I know this goes here. So hey, we got those two knocked out. I believe the gun goes here. Actually, let's get this gun's in better shape. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the gun goes way over here. All right, so let's see. We got an axe. We got the little gun. We got the... I think these are all the weapons now. So I'm guessing these must go over here. Something like this. And we got 2 left. This must be for the little gun right here. And is that really for the axe? I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that look like a pretty good way to arrange it? But I still got a spot right here. Am I missing a long weapon there? What am I missing? Sword. The sword. I don't see it in this bag. Let's check this box here. There's the sword. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Sword here? Axe here? Or do you think all the bladed weapons go over here? And the sword sits by itself? I heard a rumor that Kildar and Minicomic Triclops are getting re-released. That would be a great rumor. I hope you are right, man. I still have Wonder Woman's sword in there. Alright, so there we go. My weapons rack is fixed. Actually, this gun looks better, and complete. So here's what I'm thinking. I have a new mini scanner coming. It's on its way. And all these weapons are always slightly bent. This is a little overbent, but they're never perfect, right? They got little tabs on them and little bumps and all the things we grew up with. Usually these are kind of flattened from the way they made them especially on this one here, usually the gun on the handle. Now I'm going to try to straighten these out as much as I can and then scan them in. Now I could remake these on the computer perfectly, but people have already done that. But the nostalgia of this is all the little weird little things, like all these little circles on here and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to scan these in the best high resolution I can. And that way then we can have a set that has all the issues you remember as a kid. You know, the little bump on the shield on top when you pulled it out of the set. Now, I'm not going to use parts with chew marks on it. Like this gun is from chew marks on the top because I don't think I need to scan the chew marks because not everybody's had chew marks. But just all the little imperfections on the plastic. That's what I'm thinking about is, you know, like this little bump right here, for instance. You know, so if I made it perfect, you wouldn't have that. And so that's my thought process, is to actually take and scan these, because you can see like the gun has always dips in on the side when they put it through the mold. And this one's even uneven. So you can see it did not survive the mold straight. And if I made them perfect, you wouldn't have all those little weird nuances. I don't know when my scanner is going to show up. I'm waiting for it for a while, but it's a brand new high resolution scanner made for small parts. And I thought that'd be a cool thing to do, is to redo the Grayskull weapons to be what we remember, the messed up ones, not the perfect ones. So give me your opinion. If you want the perfect ones, like I said, there's a bunch already out there. People made all kinds of models of perfect Grayskull weapons, but I want to make the imperfect set. So that is my plan. So that'd be kind of fun. The pistol is rough. Yes. Not really battle damage, but the way they came in the set originally when you were a kid. Now, not all together in one big chunk that you have to peel off yourself. That would be kind of cool. And if I could find one still all unattached, I might even scan that, but I can't find one of those. And if you did, it'd be pretty spendy. But just how the molds always had these like slight dents in them. So you can see it gets kind of concave because of the way the mold made this part. See how it's kind of like it's pinched or concave? Now, if I was to design this on the computer, I'd make it perfectly square and or of course the right angles and everything else, but you wouldn't get that weird random concaveness that we get. Or like I said, how the parts were made uneven in the actual mold, or how they have seam lines. You know, so that's what I'm trying to go for, is all those little details that you don't get with a perfect one, like these circles here where the pore spots were when they poured the plastic in, which you only get with the old toys. So there is a few at a local toy store. I want black soda gun from my $1. All right, so this is my video. I told you guys a few weeks ago I was going to make it once I got my weapons from the guy on eBay, and I did. So I made the video too. So there you go. There's the video, and I fixed the thing too so it doesn't fall over anymore. And bada bing, bada boom. There it is. It actually is a cooler. It actually is way cooler. Let's see. Where is the other weapons rack? So this weapons rack that we got with the new Castle, I loaded it up today with as much stuff as I could. And after I loaded it up, I realized it just is not that impressive. You know, I tried to add extra weapons and make it just a little more, you know, more stuff on there, but you can only do so much. I added a second gun over here, and then for the small rack over in the corner there, I put 3 maces on it. You know, I thought that'd be kind of funny to have the same weapons. So they grab one on the way out the door, grab a mace on the way out, you know, time for battle. But it's just not really that impressive. Even if you had more weapons, they don't have more spots. I mean, they should have put like 3 sets of these up here. So if you had more stuff, you can just, you know, keep sliding them in there and having lots of stuff. And, you know, even having a weapons pack you could buy with more weapons to put in your rack. But anyway, just my own thoughts. And the backside's hollow too. Of course, the coolest rack is the one from the old Grayskull, which I think I showed you guys in a different video. But for those that are new that aren't here, let me go and pull that out. Hey, Phoenix, thanks for joining us. That is true. I could buy one and then resell it afterwards. All right, so here is the weapons rack from the Classics Grayskull set that was a separate purchase. And see what I mean? There's so many spots. Now, at one time, I did have this totally loaded with spears on this side too, but then I ended up using them for different customs and stuff, and some I sold online. So I'm missing, what, 1, 2, 3 spears. 1, 2, I guess 3 or 4. But it was still pretty cool having this rack totally filled up at one time. You can just see how much cooler that looks when you got just all these exact same weapons all just lined up. It just looks really cool. Dun dun dun. Even the spare battle armor hanging in the wind in case, you know, He-Man needs to put it on. I know this side's pretty lacking. Usually I face it this way. I like this angle right here. Arm to the teeth. Yep. Yep. Montana's sitting over here. I saw someone mention him. Oh, and he still has his eyes bugged out. His eyes are drying out. Somebody give me eye drops. Anyway. Just some ideas I'm kind of kicking around. I don't know if I really am going to do it or not. We'll see. It all depends on the quality of the scanner when I get it. According to online, the people that are selling it, it's like the best thing ever. But, you know, we'll see when you actually get it. I think this is made, we figured out for He-Man's shield, where it actually fits on differently than the old one used to. Actually, I think someone said try Tila's shield in it. That's right. Let's see. Tila, let's try your little shield. Oh, the handle's in the way. That's right. You got to bend the handle of Tila's shield to fit on there. Okay. Let's find a He-Man shield. There we go. And I think, let's see how we did this last time. That's how we did it. That's right. We stuck it into the thing and then clipped it around it. Which I know it's not supposed to go that way, but this is the only way to get to fit on there. If you guys found something other way that's better than that, let me know. But that was really the only way to stick it on there. actually. You know what? Let's take a look here. All right, where is your axe, He-Man? Oh, 2000X axe. That's not the one I want. I just tossed one in there earlier today. There it is. And hang his armor up right here. There we go. And you can put the green sorceress right there. Where is she? There she is. Oh, these are the weapons, He-Man. And you can get a naked He-Man to stand there to accept him. All right. This guy's armor's falling off. Ugh. There we go. There's the cave scene recreated. Dun dun dun. All right. Todd Troy, the Royal Guard shield. Oh, let's see. I don't know what the Royal Guard shield looks like. Let me get the box of the Palace Guards. Oh, okay, the silver one. Let's go ahead and see if I can find that in my box of stuff. Nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh! So this guard shield is way bigger by a long shot than that. So you can't stick it in this way. And it can't wrap around it like He-Man's shield can. Yep. I suppose if you jammed it up under there, that puts a lot of pressure on that handle though. Yeah, it doesn't work. I guess you could just put it in the handle like that. Nope. Nope. Guard shield does not work. Look at this. There's different colors. Like, I wonder if this one came with the battle armor He-Man or something. We'll use the silver one. It looks cooler. Ooh. All right. Of course, my He-Man pack out, as you guys know, now I'm going way beyond what I was planning, is actually like this. This is my He-Man pack out. He has classic armor. He has Revelation shield. He has his regular battle axe, and then my custom sword, and then the head from the 3-pack Prince Adam. So that is my go-to Origins He-Man. I think he looks way better than. I mean, the shield is so much cooler. That big, giant, massive shield. All right, let's put your armor back on. Don't eat it, man. Just eat it. The other head is more mini comic, exactly. And you know, the mini comics are my favorite. I like the mini Eternia. I like it way better than Filmation. That was my go-to, was the comics. The more Barbarian, no Prince Adam. He used the Korodite symbol on his armor to make him strong. Force field armor, strength armor, you chose which one you wanted. They looked identical. Yep, you'd have to know which armor you grabbed before you went into battle, so you would have to pretend, oh, he has his force field armor that's on this time. Oh, he's got his strength armor. So you have to almost plan ahead. Man, what an awful paint job. Look at this, you guys. It's like the paint is just looks awful. Oh well. Ugh. Actually, we'll stick the sword in his back. Put the shield, axe in his hand. Shield on the other side. And he is now ready to go to battle. He's not sure for what. That's also why I don't like this one. I've actually ruined one of the armbands one time, sticking this shield on, trying to get it past this little ridge on his wrist. So I'm not going to stick it on. I don't want to ruin another figure. But this one does not have that problem. It actually fits on there nicely. All right. That's enough for me today. Let's see what you guys have for questions. If you got anything. Royal Shield, the same as the vintage. This one here? Because these are not like the vintage. Or this one here. It's similar. Not sure what you mean by Royal Shield. Need the boots on the ground. Oh, this one here, and this one here. Yeah, they are pretty similar. All right. Hey, Luis. Thanks for joining us. See, Eric says, did you see my comic on the videos on your Instagram Messenger? If you just sent it, I haven't, but I've seen some stuff you sent me. It's pretty cool. Those cartoon intros were pretty cool that you sent me on Brave Star and the something, you know, some kind of space commando. I forget what it's called now, but it was a different cowboy space thing. Those are pretty cool. All right, you guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys. Oh, does it fit on the vintage rack? Does this one here fit on the vintage rack? I'm guessing it does not because it's a lot larger. Yep, it is not. It's a lot larger. The He-Man shield would almost fit, but it's just too much stuff in the way. Yeah, it's just doesn't fit too well either. Let's see if this vintage one fits on the new rack. Nope, not even close. All right. That is all that I have, I think. Yep, good journey. Talk to you guys next video. Bye now.